Hi, this is 365801 and this is my book and manga haul for the month of June 2025. So as you can see, it's a fairly big stack. I did say in my previous haul video that I had ordered some things but they had not arrived yet, but that they would probably be arriving in June. So yes, the majority of what's here I actually purchased in May, which is my birthday month, so it's like, that's fine, right? And I was being really good up until halfway through the month, and then I saw some things and I thought, you know what, if I buy them all together, it does even out to a pretty good price for each of the volumes, so why not? And then I picked up a couple of thrift buys as well. So yeah, this is, I think, 35 plus a thrift book as well. So yeah, it's quite a big stack. This is 35 is a big, yeah, 35 is a pretty big stack. I would say it's almost average for this year so far, but I don't really want to admit to that. But yeah, most of this I didn't buy in June, and it would make my May haul look even more extreme than it was. So yeah, this I feel like I my comeuppance. I've got my comeuppance. This is what happens when you buy things. Am I happy about everything I bought? Absolutely. I'm so happy about it. I've read a few of the things, but not everything, because I have been taking part in the Pride Manga Readathon for June, and so some of these things I have read, but I've been mostly reading what was already on my TBR for that readathon anyway. Lots of LGBT, BL, that kind of things. So yeah, let's go through it. I'm not sure how I'm going to organise it. Probably by publisher. That might be the best way to go through it. And hopefully this won't be a very long haul video either, because I won't have too much to say about most of these, other than I got them and where I got them and how much they were, and how I have nowhere to put them at the moment. So let's get into the thrift books at the start, of course. Now this first one I picked up from the charity shop, obviously. This is Tom Hindle's The Murder Game, which is the second one in the series. As it turns out, I have 2 copies of the third volume and 1 copy of the first volume. Now this is the second volume. So yeah, I have all 3 volumes of the series I have not read a single page of. Yeah. So this is one of those things where I'm like, why did you buy it? Why? It's a murder mystery, so I really want to, because I really enjoy murder mysteries, but I actually have so much now to read that it's overwhelming. So I really have to stop and rein that in, and actually do my audit for my unread physical TBR prose wise. So that's something to look forward to. I am planning on doing that. I also picked up 2 other volumes of, what was it, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and whatever the second book in that series is. So I did pick up some spicy books from the charity shop, but my sister came and visited and I showed them to her and was like, do you want to read them? Do you want to have them? So she took them away. So very happy to have purchased those and found them a good home straight away. So I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, this is just going to go onto the TBR pile, and at some point I may either read it or not read it. If I read the first volume, or at least try to read the first volume, and I don't like it, I can get rid of all of the series and just take them to the charity shop and be like, here you go, have them back. And part of me would be quite happy with that. So yeah, only 1 added to this TBR, the non-BL, non-MM romance one, so I'm kind of happy about that. Now the only other prose that I picked up, I think, is You Can Have My Back, Volume 3. This is, I think, the final volume. Should be the final volume. This is by Minami Kotsuna with illustrations by Hitomi Hitoyo. Now, if you recall, I have the worst luck pre-ordering, and I did pre-order this last year. And so it's been a year since it was supposed to come out and actually be delivered with my Sci-Fi order last year, and it just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. And Yen Press, because this is a Yen on publication, they delayed it to, I think, late September into early October. And right up until that point, Sci-Fi were saying, we're going to keep trying to get it for you. And I was like, yeah, you just keep trying to get it for me. And eventually they just turned around and says, yeah, we're not going to anymore. Here's your money back. And then like the next week, the volume came out. And if I was to buy it at that point in time, I would have been paying more than if I just kept the pre-order open. And I didn't have any choice in that. They just did it themselves. So I was kind of like, all right, thanks. No, I'd rather pay a pre-order price, which was cheaper than what you're selling it for now. So I kind of put it off. And then because they were doing, was that 10% discount or something like that, and I thought, I'm getting lots of other things. And it was down to whatever it was, £8 or something. But I did buy a substantial amount. So yeah, everything... the biggest order in May, it was 23 volumes, and I spent £154.21. So that means that each volume, if I average it out that way rather than doing the whole calculations, means that each volume is £6.70, and that's much cheaper than paying the £8 or £9 or whatever it was that this was going to cost me, even with the reduction in price. So £6.70 I'm fine with. I think that's a really good price. And I'm very happy and excited about this because I really, really enjoyed the first volume, and I want to read the rest of the series, and I want to reread the first one and then go into volume 2 and 3. These are big, chunky books, and there's a lot of story and a lot of intrigue and political shenanigans, that kind of thing. And I do enjoy those kinds of stories, especially that kind of fantasy. So yeah, I know a lot of people haven't really been reading this or picked this up. Not many people have talked about it, but I really enjoyed the first volume. It wasn't to everyone's taste, but for me, I really liked it. So I'm intrigued, and I want to try and read this. This might be quite good for the R Fantasy bingo board, if I can get at least one of the volumes read. The first volume would be a reread, but the rest of the volumes aren't. So I could definitely read volume 2 and have that count for something. I'm interested in trying to see if I can get our fantasy bingo board done. I've got until the end of March, so fingers crossed. And any recommendations, please and thank you. So yeah, this one, very happy to have. I've been meaning to get it. I wanted to get it, and I ended up getting it from Sci-Fi, and on average, it cost me cheaper than it would have done even with the pre-order price. So happy days. So the next one that I have to talk about is the June manga titles that I picked up. This was part of a bulk sort of lot buying from someone on eBay. They were selling off quite a lot of BL, and they had lots of these in bulk. And this was one of the lots. It was 3 June manga titles, and I don't have, or at least I didn't have Depth of Field Volume 1, and I didn't have Romeo, and I only had just picked up No Touching It All second volume, but it was in there together. I thought, why not? I'll add that. So I did end up buying 10 volumes from one person, and so it was one big box that arrived, and I paid £59.59 altogether, because I think it was £56, and then added the shipping. So the shipping was only a few pounds, which was pretty good actually. I ended up getting a little bit of a discount because the shipping I think was supposed to cost around £3 or £4, but actually it cost £6 or something. So yeah, I got a good deal anyway. I'm very happy with it because it means each of these volumes was £5.96. So less than £6 per volume. I'm really, really happy with. So yeah, this is 3 titles that I do want to read because I haven't read the No Touching At All, and the plastic's already been removed, so I don't have to do that myself. So these are not many June manga titles are being released now. It's been a while since we had any new ones. I'm still looking for the Black Eagle in the Sahara or something like that. Emu I don't know, Emu something. Saotomi. So yeah, I still have a few June mangas that I need to get to make sure that I'm keeping up to date with them, but this does give me a really, it takes me a bit closer, because I would like to be up to date with some of the new releases. June manga is the easiest one because they don't release a lot. So like Tokyo Pop, no way, I'm not up to date, I'm not going to be, it's going to take me ages. I'm so far behind now in collecting them. But with these three, I'm now a little bit closer. And it does feel good to have Depth of Field and Romeo now. To have Watanabe Asia's works. I know that there's a volume 2. I don't know how many volumes there are in Japanese. So I'm hoping that Junior Manga will continue to create things, if only to be able to get complete sets of things. I hate not having complete sets, and I hate it that Junior Manga have not completed certain things. But yeah, these are good, and I got them for really good prices, and the quality is absolutely amazing. The seller did me good. I've got a few more things to show, obviously, from that seller now. And so on to the Yen Press ones. So this was all part of different orders. So the first one there, Lethal Dose of Love by Yosumi, I picked up from Amazon's like warehouse, so second hand, and I got it for £3.73. Wow. It's got a little bit of damage, but actually pretty good condition otherwise. So I'm very happy with it. I have read it already. I'll probably put it in my video for October Buzzwords. I did a little bit of a review in my video for the Pride Mangathon vlog, I think number 1. But yeah, I had more to say about it, so that's gonna go in another vlog video. It's a second chance romance, and a little bit of trauma, trauma dumping, because I had seen it, and when it was released, people were buying it, but then I didn't actually see a lot of people talk about it and rave and go on about how great it was. So I was a little bit apprehensive, and it was okay. It wasn't a great one, but it was only okay. The one next to it was part of my sci-fi order, so that means it was £6.70, and that is I Want to Be a Wall Volume 2 by Honami Shirono, and I really wanted it because I have Volume 1 and 3. I've read Volume 1 and I really wanted to continue the series. So yeah, I am going to be reading Volume 1 again and Volume 2 and 3. I'm really looking forward to it. It's about an asexual Fujoshi and her lavender marriage. So yeah, seems like something I would like. And then, of course, the Other World's books depend on the bean counter. This is volume 5. This is by Kazuki Irodori, Yatsuki Wakatsu, and Kika Ohashi. This is my absolute love, my jam. This is the thing that I instantly read straight away. I really enjoy this series. I'm hoping for more volume 6, maybe volume 6. I don't know how many volumes there are in Japanese. More, all of them, give me them all. And I really do need to pick up the light novels as well, because the 3 volumes are out already. So yeah, I did pick up this one, so that makes that £6.70 as well. In this one, we're getting a little bit more emotional development, I think, between these two characters. I feel like there's been progress made on the romantic side. The feels, all the feels, as well as just opening up a little bit more intrigue into how that world works, and especially when it comes to the magicals and the church, that kind of thing. So yeah, I am loving it. I need the next volume now. Inject it straight into my veins, please. And on the end there, you can see a few volumes, and you're like, hey, hold on, wait a minute. Didn't you just pick up volume 1 of The Red Thread earlier this year? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And don't you already have volume 1 and 2 of Sotus? Yep, yes, I do. So here's some duplicates, but these are great, and I'll be keeping these ones. I'll sell on my other copies. So yes, The Red Thread is volume 1 and 2. There's 4 volumes out in Japanese, so I'm wondering when we're going to get the next 2 volumes, because I thought this was just a 2. Why do I always think this? That something's just a 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 volume, and then suddenly it's like, no, there's more. And I'm like, okay. So this is by Hibiko Haruyama and Lazy Sheep. As I said, there are more volumes in Japanese, but I've only read volume 1, so I can read volume 1 and 2, but I'm kind of more apprehensive now because there's so much more to the story. So even at the end of volume 2, I'm going to be like, oh, there's still more. So I feel better that I know about this before going in, because I would think I would have been really disappointed if I read volume 2 thinking it was just a 2-volume series. So yeah. And then we've got Sotus. I've read volume 1. This is by Kay and Bittersweet. I have not read volume 2 or 3. I'm not sure. Is there a spin-off, like additional series to Sotus? Is there more Sotus? In the original language rather than just these 3 volumes in the manga. I don't know, but I feel like I can read it now because I have them. These were all excellent and in incredible condition, and so yeah, because I got them from the seller on eBay, they were £5.96 each, and I think they're definitely worth it. They're really good quality compared to the ones that I bought, I think from like World of Books or something. So yeah, these are all the yen presses that I got. And on to the last of what I picked up. As I said, kind of organised it so that all of the Sublime titles are at the last. So this is a big Sublime haul from Sci-Fi. Everything here, I think I got everything here. Yep, from Sci-Fi. Yeah, quite a lot. But then I have just tended to nowadays try and see if I can get a big Sublime order from Sci-Fi. That's where I get most of mine actually. And so £6.70 is the average price, which is pretty good. It's not fantastic, but it's still pretty darn good for all of these brand new volumes. And I've organized them so that you can see the ones that are like continuing series or the ones that are newer to me. So I've got Don't Be Cruel Plus Plus Volume 3 by Yonezo Nekota. I don't know if I've got all the Don't Be Cruel volumes. I'll need to check. I might be missing one. Do I have volume 11? Is there a volume 12? Have I got them all? I might need to go back and check. I've got volume 5 of Megumi and Tsugumi. This is by Mitsuru Shi. And then Pink Heart Jam Beat Volume 1 by Shike, which is technically the start of a new series, but it's kind of just a continuation of Pink Heart Jam. So I've put it on that side. And then I've got Crimson Spell Volume 7 by Ayano Yamane, which is the final volume. I'm very excited. Then Someday I'll Fall for You, which is the second volume in this series by Tomo Kurahashi. I have since checked, there is a spin-off of this one. I think it's got 3 volumes. So I'm hoping that Sublime will pick that one up. If they haven't already announced it, perhaps they have. And then I've got Black or White, Volume 5, 6, 7, and 9, because I already picked up Volume 8. And yes, there is a Volume 10, and I don't have it. I don't know when it was released. Was it released just recently? Was it a recent release, or have I just not noticed that it was, that I could have put it in my cart? Damn it. So yeah, I know that there's 10 volumes. I want to know, what's the final volume? Is volume 10 the final volume? Because I'm going to be so so annoyed with myself if I didn't get it. So yeah, let me know. I'm gonna have to check that out. And then the new ones, I've got The Metalhead Next Door by Mamita. This is a one-shot. Takara's Treasure, another one-shot by Minta Suzumaru. I love Suzumaru Minta. Then we've got The Worst Soulmate Ever and Proposal, and this is by Haruta. Stigmata Love Bites, Volumes 1 and 2 by Hidebu Takahashi, which I have actually already read through Futekia, but I really liked it. I thought it was really great. It's like very Night Beyond the Tri-Cornered Window. If you like that, you will love Stigmata Love Bites. The artwork is really interesting. It's got a very similar kind of premise, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was like, oof, a bit of a gut punch. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, if you like Tri-Cornered Window, check out Stigmata. And then we've got My Dearest Patrolman, Volumes 1, 2, and 3 by Niyama. I think it's just the 3 volumes, so I'm very happy to have all 3. And then 2-volume series, Palace of the Omega by Fumi Tsuyuhisa, which most people who I follow who've already bought and read it, have said it should have been more than 2 volumes. So I don't know what that means, but I will enjoy reading Palace of the Omega, another Omegaverse one. So yeah, that looks interesting. So yes, I don't even know how many volumes that is there. A lot of Sublime, but I feel like this is really great because it keeps me up to date quite a lot. In fact, I don't know how many I'm behind on, which is great. I feel that like I'm doing really well in terms of the collection. I do need to, plus it adds to my TBR because I love reading Sublime titles. I don't know why, but I do enjoy Sublime. Pretty much anything that they publish, I'm quite intrigued and interested in reading. So yeah, happy with these added to the collection. So this is all of the BL that I picked up this month. In fact, I should probably just add in the last volume here. Wait a second. There we go. So I forgot to add that in. This is everything that I picked up, other than the 2 volumes that I've passed along to my sister already for the month of June, although technically the majority of it I picked up in the month of May, it just got delivered in June. And having read some of it already, I feel really good. I feel like I've made a little bit of progress, because sometimes when you buy 30 odd and you don't read a single one, it kind of makes you feel bad. But I have been reading as much as I could this month. I've done really, really well with the Pride Manga Readathon. I've started reading a few other things as well, which has been really good. I've had the best reading month so far this year, and I feel like that's something I want to try and continue. And I've enjoyed myself, which just goes to show that maybe I should be prioritizing trying to read more of my BL manga, because it makes me feel happy. So I've been having a good time. Yeah, so I've been doing some vlogs, so check those out as well. This is a really good haul. I feel like having Sublime and then having some more of those junior manga ones, it does help me feel like I'm ticking off what's been coming out, because there's so much either announced or coming out, and hopefully I will finally get some shelves put up. They're so big and heavy, I will get it done eventually, maybe by the end. I also need to get my 801 readathon all sorted out, so look forward to a announcement video with all the information coming soon as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts on any and all of these, especially some of the new ones that I haven't read yet. What are your thoughts? And yeah, I'm happy with this. This is a good one. 35 BL, which I'm really happy to have in the collection now. And I feel like I got some incredible bargains as well. So yeah, thanks for watching to the end of this video. Yeah, take care guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!